Okay, we'll get coach's thoughts on the game today, and then open up for questions.
I thought we played a good ball game. You know, that's a solid team, and you know, we just got some big hits. To me, the play of the early part of the game was just a great play by Casey Martin on a ground ball. It looked like it was headed into center field. Instead of runners at first and third and nobody out, you know, we turned a double play. They're 2 outs and nobody on, and you know, that was a big momentum swing. We got the next guy out, and you know, here we go. So that was big time defensive play, and you know, I felt like that Patrick Wicklander had really good stuff. He just didn't command some of it. I mean, he walked the first batter the first 3 innings, and they didn't score a run. Very unusual a lot of times, but he bounced back, and you know, 7 or 8 strikeouts. And I think those are the only 3 walks he had in 5 innings. We almost let him go back out for the 6th. The more we talked about it in there, we just felt like that. You know, maybe it's let's just get him out of there. And but I like what I see from him, and you know, he's a guy that could pitch for us every Tuesday or Wednesday, or you know, if he keeps pitching well, maybe we flip him to the weekend to keep some of the older guys in the bullpen. So. Big timely hits, you know, late, couple to kind of blow that out, kind of, you know, blow out the game there in the 6th. That was really good to see.
A lot of times when you walk the leadoff guy, he comes around to score, and then he did it 3 straight innings. I mean, what did you think about him in that regard and being able to work through that?
Well, he's gained a lot of experience. Obviously, his first outing here, he strikes out. You know, 2-3 weeks ago, he strikes out 3 hitters on 10 pitches, and go to USC, and he doesn't throw the ball over the plate. We pitch him a second time against USC, and he's so close to getting a win. He gives up a base hit with 2 strikes. He's been through a lot already, but we keep putting him out there because he's a good pitcher, and we need him, and he can handle it. So I guess what I think about him is that, you know, I feel like he's going to be a big part of the pitching staff, and we're trying to get him some experience. And he's getting it, and I think he's shown, you know, hey, I walk leadoff man, I can get out of it. He did 3 innings in a row, and that's a good sign.
Franklin doesn't seem to be showing any signs of letting up right now. What do you think of him today?
Yeah, a couple of really big hits. Obviously, he's got the first hit for us, and then you know, got the big triple there that kind of finished it off, so to speak, with the big inning. And you know, that was a big hit following, you know, Jacob Nesbitt's hit, which was really nice because, you know, we keep track of, you know, matchups, and the right-hander that they brought in to face our right-handers, lefties were hitting over 500 against him, but righties weren't hitting hardly anything against him, like 063. And I think Jacob hit the first pitch or second pitch, and so did Christian, and both of our right-handed hitters got him pretty good. So, but, you know, Christian just you know, he didn't walk today, I don't think, which he seems like he gets a walk a game and maybe a hit a game, and he's gotten a lot of big hits for us. That's why his RBI production's up. And, you know, like I told our team, we still got some of our veteran players. They haven't heated up yet, and we're still finding ways to win. And they'll get there, and they'll you know, they'll figure it out a little bit. Sometimes that second year after having a big year, you start to press a little bit, and everybody expects you to do everything. And you know, we're still winning games, and other guys are getting it done, so they'll come around.
You still like him hitting high?
Yeah, and I think down the road, you know, not necessarily this year. You know, he's going to be a 1-2 hole hitter, but you know, it's all the same to me. I just want our lineup to be, you know, deep, so to speak. You know, you don't want it to just kind of fall apart, and so you got to have guys. You got to feel good about scoring in the 3rd, not just the 1st or the 5th. You know, you got to have some guys down there that can do it, and that's. I mean, Kenley's hitting better than maybe a 7-hole hitter right now, but I like him there, and you know, it's worked out so far.
What do you think about Trey Harris, the DH spot today?
You know, Trey just seems to get on base a little bit. A couple walks his first, you know, the first game I put him out there, and today he gets an infield hit. But then he hits the ball about as hard as you can hit it, and it gets caught. And it's kind of the way the game works. But I tell you what I see is I see him really swinging the bats well against the lefties. And that's who he lined out to left against, and he hit one hard as last at bat against the lefty. And, you know, we just right now he's going to DH for us. You know, he brings a little bit of speed, a little athleticism there at that position. You know, if we could get Goodhart going again, I think he's just really struggling mentally, and just, you know, can't break out of it. We need to get him going a little bit, so maybe he can help us against some of those right-handed pitchers.
I imagine Sells is one of those guys you were talking about trying to throw in there. I mean, hard luck not getting a couple of calls today, but
Yeah.
what do you hope to get out of him?
Well, you know, he's been all but begging us to pitch, and he's got a good arm. Obviously, he's still learning, and you know, we're just glad we got to get him in there. You know, it's a kid that he doesn't want a red shirt. We didn't want to red shirt him if he doesn't want to, and you know, we got games next week, 2 games in the middle of the week, a couple more times this spring, so we're going to need some more arms. It was good to get him in the game, and it's really good to get Liam Henry in there. And got to give that left-handed hitter hit a pretty good curveball for a single, and then he got a good strike out there to end the game on his breaking ball. He's got a really good breaker, and we're looking for a guy that can maybe come in and get a lefty out. And you know, there's another pitcher or two we might try to get in the game in the next week, but it was good to get Carter in there. He works as hard as anybody, and you know, I feel bad that the numbers don't add up because we felt like he should have had another K, and then obviously the ball that he gets a capper ball spinning like crazy, and it just jumped up on Jack out of nowhere, and you know, says he's got 2 earned runs here, but you know, that's probably not really what happened.
What do you know about Louisiana Tech coming up?
You know, turning to them, and it's kind of what I talked to the team about. This might be the best team we played all year. You know, when you look at their team, you know, picked to win their league by 1 poll second behind, I think, Southern Miss maybe, and another. And I'm not sure if one of their starting pitchers is out, but I knew that going into the season they had all 3 of their conference starters back, and they had at least 8 of their 9 position players from last year back, and maybe all 9. They'll probably be one of the older teams we play. They're not scared, and this will be a big challenge for us, big challenge for them, and you know, I'm looking forward to see how it goes. I see it as an SEC type series.
You know what your rotation is going to be like?
Yeah, we'll go with Campbell game 1, Connor Nolan game 2, and Scroggins in game 3.
You had that game down there 2 years ago where you were down 9 runs, came back and won. What do you remember about that?
Well, I remember we lost the day before, and we should have won, and was not very happy, and had a few words and got after him pretty good. And after that game, and then I thought, well, that didn't help because we're down 9-1 after 3. But here we came. You know, I just remember, you know, they might get us out real quick, and we'd hit a single, we'd hit a homer. They'd get us out, 2 base hits, home run. Kind of before they knew what to do. They'd get a couple quick outs and bang, bang, bang. And next thing you know, we're up like 13-9. They didn't know what hit them. And that was a big win for us, that second game. We were on our way down to the Frisco tournament, had to face an All-American on that Friday from Arizona, and he beat us 1-0. And you know, that was a good trip. I think we got better on that trip.
You hired Lane at Northwestern State. I don't think did you guys ever coach together?
Yeah, I hired him, and he was with me that summer and all that fall, and then I took the Nebraska job. So I coached with him in the fall. Really like Lane. He's a really good person off the field, human being is what I'm saying. He's just a good individual, very competitive on the field. Just a high character coach. He's a good one.
You've got a lot of instances where you're going to face guys that you know who you've coached with this year. I mean, what's it like in those games?
It's fun until we throw the first pitch. Then they're not our friends right there. You know, you got to try to find a way to win. You know, it's all good before, but you know, example, we go to A&M. I don't go over to Coach Childress' house the whole time I'm there. Believe me, we don't even talk except before the game. So it's just it's good though. You know, Vitale will be coming in, and it's I'm proud of those guys. You know, they've worked hard, and they're getting what they deserve.